Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Today we're going to talk about really connecting with your inner child. And Tara and I have been connecting with our inner children this morning and having beautiful time in the rice fields and playing in nature together and skipping about. And often, you know, we just have fun with our inner children and even speak in little voices.
Yeah.
And tell each other when we're grumpy.
And what we really like.
And what we love. So the inner child, Nietzsche, one of my favorite philosophers, he talks about 3 stages of enlightenment or growth. And the first stage is the camel stage, when we're learning and, you know, personal development is this hard slog and, you know, you're walking to the water and you're contemplating and there's like this, kind of even a melancholic energy of, I have to fix myself and I have to do this and I've got to learn more and I've got to get everything right. So that's the camel phase. And then the next phase is the lion phase, where we realize that it's time to break out of the cage and accept ourselves more and be ourselves and start leading more instead of just following. But then the stage that's closest to embodied awakening is the child, the innocent child, where actually we're just following the naturalness of our bodies. You know, when we're upset, we cry. When we need a hug, we say, can I have a hug? When we want something, we say what we want. You know, I always loved going to playgrounds with my kids and just seeing the naturalness of their beings, going and connecting with each other. It's like, you know, just say Tara's in the playground and she's playing with something, I wouldn't be like, oh, if I go play with her, is she going to reject me? You know, or is she going to be afraid of intimacy, or am I too afraid of intimacy to go there? And all this head fucking, it's just like, oh, I see something fun. And then I might just start playing. And, you know, and if that child doesn't want to play, then that child just moves away. And I'm not going to take it personally. I'm just going to go find another child to play with. So it's so much fucking simpler. And then we start getting programmed, you know, that of all of these different things that we're not good enough and we can't feel our emotions, you know. Oh, shh, don't cry, or don't go up to that person. Don't talk to strangers, or what if they don't want to play with you? And we start learning by imitation. We start to see our parents and older people like hesitating or not being so open to connection. And there's so many times I want to let you all know that you think something's wrong with you because you take your love to someone and then they can't be with that love, and so they turn away, and then you think there's something wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. You know, love, pour your love out. There's this place of the innocence of a child that gets destroyed when, you know, someone is turning away, not because the child's done anything wrong, but just because they can't handle love for their own reasons. So really connecting with the inner child is connecting to a space of naturalness.
And I feel like another big part, at least on my journey, has been to chill the fuck out as well, which has been my mantra the last few days. And it's so easy to take life so seriously, and we're in a culture and our role models from childhood have been everything is serious and we have to get to the next stage, and stress is rampant throughout our society. And whether it's we're stressing about what someone else is thinking about us, whether we're good enough, whether it's what the future's going to hold, there's not a lot of room for play. And there's not a lot of room for just being in our childlike innocence. And so what I'm noticing as I chill the fuck out and stop taking everything so seriously is there's a natural, easeful flow and bubbliness that then arises from that.
And a beautiful way to connect with play is to close your eyes and tune into that little girl or little boy and connect to her, connect to him and say, what do you want to do today? You know, so often it's the adult running the show. What does that child want to do? Does she want to play board games? Does he want to go out in nature and go for a hike or ride his bike? Does she want to paint? Does he want to play with a bow and arrow? Like, who knows? Can you prioritize your inner child? Because often, you know, we're trying to do all of this healing, and really there is a little child inside who's never been prioritized. And even though your parents did their best, and we all do our best, there's this space that I see a lot of clients and friends where there's just this space inside of them that has been emotionally or physically abandoned, where they haven't been given that quality time. So are you willing to reparent that child? Are you willing to say, you know what, you matter? You really matter. So with that in mind, breathe a bit deeper. And visit the little one. And even revisit what brought you joy as a child. What lit up your life? Because chances are it still lights you up. You're still that same soul. So my little girl wants to go on an adventure today and go to the beach. And that's what we're doing.
My little girl wants to dance by the pool and then jump in and do a big bommy.
That sounds fun. I think I'll do that with you before I go on my adventure. Okay, so have a play and enjoy connecting to that little one that's waiting for you.
Have a beautiful day.